What up, what up, what up?
Hey y'all.
We just got through seeing The Expendables 4 at the Regal. Sorry, warehouse. But we just saw it in the 4DX theater with the moving and the explosions and the blood slash water hitting our face.
Yes.
And before we get into the movie, I'm going to make the recommendation that if you're going to see a movie like The Expendables 4, see it in 4DX. I think the price for the entertainment is worth it. How about you?
I love it. You know me. I go sit in there and then I'm like, boom, and boom, and boom, and just enjoying it. So yes. Thumbs up for that.
All right. Well, let's get into it. We're going to have a couple of different things that we're going to do a little bit different from our prior movie reviews this time. And first, we're going to start with talking about the cinematography or CGI. I thought it was really well done. I mean, look, it's an action movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of explosions and things like that. There wasn't anything that was off about it, in my opinion.
I think that's where we differ. So
Okay.
I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it was the glasses, but I had my critical eye on. And there were moments where I was just like, the CGI is just a little bit off. Like the green screens, it's like they didn't line up the way that they were supposed to. So for me, personally, I would give the CGI kind of like a 6.5.
Are we doing everything out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to go 10 out of 10. I'd stick around a 7.
Okay. All
I'd
right.
be around a 7 on that.
So then the next thing, why am I still feeling water? All right. So the next thing would be acting. How do you think the acting was overall?
I mean, look, it's an Expendables. I'm not going to go into it thinking that it's going to be world-class acting. But for what it was, honestly, you know who I think really brought the whole film down? 50 Cent. His acting, to me, was like, why is he here?
That's what I thought about Megan Fox.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me, 50 Cent's lines wasn't memorable. He didn't add anything. To me, it was just like an extra body.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't comedy, didn't seem to have a special set of skills. I thought his acting was meh.
It was subpar. All right, so acting overall, out of 10,
6. It wasn't trash.
I'd give it a 6 as well. Mm-hmm. All right, next up, the casting in general. So we heard what you said about 50 Cent. For me, I'm just like, I could have done without Megan Good's character. And I feel
Megan Fox,
sorry. I could have done without Megan Fox's character. I feel you on what you said about 50. So I'd say I'm going to give casting overall solid 6 as well.
Same.
Okay.
I can't go lower, can't go higher. I think 6 fits the bill because you had the OGs of the Expendables in there with a few new additions.
Yeah.
But like I said, 50 Cent, I didn't understand his role in the movie.
I get it. All right, next up, the script. So the lines themselves.
I mean, it's an Expendables, right? I think part of the script and how they talk is for the because it's not campy. Campy's not the right word, but it's just that the one-liners that these old actors are gonna say. That when you think about like 1990s action stuff, it's like that, but more up to date with animation and CGI and things like that. So for me, I loved it because it put me in the realm of those old style movies. So I'm gonna give it like a 8.
Okay. For me, for script, it wasn't the same for me. I feel like there were some things that were missing. I agree with you on 50 Cent's lines and how they just did not help the script overall. I feel like this movie was a prime example of why we need our writers and why Hollywood needs to come off strike and why we need to meet the demands of our writers, because we need writers desperately. That movie needed some good writers. So I would say I would give the script itself about a 5.
Oh, okay. So far, that's our biggest difference.
Yeah, that is. All right, next up is the action.
How about the plot?
Oh, did we do the plot?
We didn't do the plot.
Oh, okay, my bad. The plot.
It's all good.
Overall of the
Something
plot?
did hit me, yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's not just me feeling
No,
it. Okay.
It's not remnants of us coming out of the
Of a
40X
40X
theater.
movie. Okay, so the plot. It was what it was for an Expendables movie.
Yes, exactly.
It definitely was what it was for an Expendables
Like,
movie.
they started the movie. You understood what was going on. There wasn't anything
Yeah, it wasn't confusing.
too confusing or anything like that. So it walked you through what the movie was going to be
Pretty
about.
much. Yeah. It wasn't
And-
overly predictable, but it was a good thing. So I'd give it a 7.5.
Same.
Okay. All right. Awesome action.
I have to go high here.
Me too.
It's an Expendables
Yeah. I say 9.5.
10.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, because there were a couple of times, like people that know me know whenever I get excited, I go, hoo, hoo, hoo. I had a few of those hoo, hoo moments throughout the movie. So definitely a 10 for me. And then, like I said, adding to that was the fact that it was 4DX. So
Thank you.
doing that with a 4DX was absolutely worth it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right.
After action is believability.
Believability. I mean, some of those scenes now, it's like, could it happen? Like the physics wasn't too crazy, but you're getting on, you're right. And I don't want to say too much of the plot.
Yeah.
Believability is like, if you're rating it, are we rating it? Well, no, it's like a 5. Yeah, it's a 5.
It's a 5.
Way over the top stuff on action, things like that. So nothing, like not like sci-fi type stuff. Just the way that some of the action scenes went down, the believability. You have to put it in the middle. It's not like you could make a little bit of the believability for the Denzel Washington movie, and the stuff that he could do with the way that the action scenes and everything was set up. But for the Expendables,
Yeah. No.
5 out of 10.
I'm with you on that. I will go with you on that. Consistency. So this is a new one. So I wanted to rate it on consistency because there was one thing that stood out to me that was so inconsistent.
Ooh.
The original bad guy, right? And I don't think that's giving away anything. The original bad guy, when the movie started, he had 3 scars that were going down the right side of his cheek. And then there was an action scene, which I can't talk about, but there was an action scene where those same 3 scars were now on the left side of his face. And then later on in the movie, them 3 scars went back over to the right side of his face. And I saw that and I was like,
Oh.
that don't rate for me. So
Stuff that your eyes catch.
Stuff
'Cause
that
you
I
be seeing
catch.
everything.
So we don't necessarily have to rate that one, but I will say that that was the inconsistency that I caught. So Hollywood, if you're watching this, that was the inconsistency that I caught.
Okay.
All right, and last but not least, overall.
See, I'm biased. Overall, it's a 9 for me because it did what it needed to do.
It did what it needed to do?
As far as the Expendables stuff blowing up, like I said, the plot being what they gave you and how everything wrapped and ended, 9.
And for me, I'm an action, like I'm not going to say action, the word that I'm thinking, but I love action movies. The action movies are the way to get me. Then you throw in a 4DX on top of it, so you had all the movement of the chairs. Overall movie and experience, I am going to also give it a 9.
I will say this. I might go a little bit lower on the rating if it wasn't a 4DX.
Oh, yeah.
4DX experience makes it a 9.
Makes it, yeah.
Not a 4DX. I'm still saying go see it, which to me, anything over a 7,
We
go
recommend
see it
go
at the
see.
theater. If it wasn't a 4DX, I'd put it at an 8.
Okay.
But with the 4DX experience, if you have the opportunity to go see a 4DX experience with certain movies, this is one of the ones that I'd recommend.
All right, y'all. So we're at Noodles and Company. As you saw, our food has arrived. We about to dig in. See y'all.
Peace.